Okay, so it's Andrew Panton, manager at the Aviation Centre at East Kirkby. It's the first time we've done something like this with the aircraft here. The paint strip team were particularly perturbed when they found it was taking probably about 3 times as long as they expected to get all the paint off. We found with this aircraft it's probably got about 4 layers of the camouflage and black paint on, and the roundels had about 10 layers of paint on. They say it takes about 5 or 6 days to strip a Boeing or something of that size. It took 12 days to strip this Lancaster, so shows what trouble they had getting the paint off. We've been doing a survey on the aircraft since it's been stripped, along with some of the airframe work that we knew we had to do anyway. What we found with the stripping is various different rivets that we used. Some need to be replaced, some don't. So it's identifying where those rivets are to have a scheme of work to then replace those over the coming winter periods. We've also found some corrosion in areas that we didn't already know about, mainly down to something to do with the black paint that was used when it was in a white livery. We found corrosion only in the areas where the black paint was. So taking the paint off really allowed us to kind of create a scheme of work that we then need to do for the following years. Whether that's to be done in 1 or 2 years or whether it's to be done in 4 years, depends how much work we obviously find.
The old piece has obviously lived next to the seaside for too many years. And it's lovely and corroded. And now what we're doing is a replacement scheme of working your way along, taking out the old stuff and working on this side.
We'll finish this work March time to have it repainted, ready for putting that together in April and taxiing in May.
And the big question, will she fly?
That's the plan, make her airworthy. How much she flies once she's airworthy is still unknown. It's several years down the line yet. Things may change, the CAA may change and say you can't fly her when we get to the stage when we want to. So it's difficult to say, difficult to put a timescale on it really, but the main aim is to get her airworthy. At the moment she's funded from museum admissions, taxi rides, people paying to have a taxi ride on her, and any donations that people want to give. That's how we plan to continue to fund the project. We're not looking at national lottery funding or anything like that. So far we've got her to where she is through our own hard work and the operating of the centre, and we're going to take it as far as we can with that process.
Right. As I say, it does look different when you come in and see it stripped down like this, and I'd just like to thank you today for allowing us to come and have a look at it, and
You're more than welcome.
and all the best with it.
Thank you very much.